remember when we were little, we felt the cool morning breeze and no air conditioner needed to accompany us throughout the night. Now, the temperature in the morning is as hot as is in the afternoon, and how the cold breeze was now replaced with smoke and warmth. This speech is important for you to pay attention because the National Geographic climatology scientists in 2019 research said that by the year of 2050, the cases of global warming will be beyond the rooftop and will disrupt the world and the future generation. The generation where our grandchildren, our children and grandchildren will live in. Based on my studies, ever since I was small, I always think how the world will end. After deep research, I can conclude that global warming can be one of the worst ways to the world will end. And unfortunately, it is because of humans. Based on my studies, it is crucial for us to discuss how global warming has not only affected how we live and wildlife civilization, but to deeply dive into why this has become such a prevalent predicament or continuous issue that could harm the human and wildlife civilization, which it includes deforestation, burning fossil fuels, and increasing of greenhouse effect. At the end of this speech, you will learn about the causes of global warming that could harm the human and wildlife civilization. First, let us take a look at the first cause of global warming, which is deforestation. What is deforestation? From the website www.conserveenergyfuture.com, in simple terms, it means the clearing of forest cover or tree plantation to accommodate agricultural, industrial, and urban requirements. Based on the figure that I show you, as you can see, this is an annual deforestation graph from the year of 1990 until 2015 from the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. As you can see, the trend of this graph is downward trend. Although it is decreasing, the numbers are still showing 10 million hectares, above 10 million hectares by the year 2050. I think it is still will give a bad impact to our world. Now let's talk about the effect of deforestation. First, climate change. The forests are actually the lungs of our planet. The trees will absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. With the lack of trees, this will cause an imbalance of temperature globally. This will cause a climate change. Secondly, it will cause a flash flood. When it's raining, the trees will store waters with their roots. When the trees are cut down, the water flow and the soil will loses its ability to retain, and this will cause landslide and flash flood. Now we know that deforestation is the cause of global warming. Let us take a look at the second causes of global warming, which is burning fossil fuels. What are fossil fuels? Based on the website www.clientearth.org, fossil fuels are formed from the decomposition of buried carbon-based organisms that died million years ago. They are not renewable source and supply almost 80% of the world's energy. There are three types of fossil fuels: coal, oil, and natural gas. Based on the figure that I show you, you can see that this is a fossil fuel consumption from the year of 1965 until the year of 2019. The source is from our World in Data based on BP's statistical review of world energy. We can see that the trend of the graph is upward trend. As you can see, at the year of 2019, it is almost 130,000 terawatt hours of energy fossil fuel consumption. And this will give a big impact to our environment. Now let's talk about the effect of burning fossil fuels from the website www.vedantu.com. First, air pollution. Fossil fuels used to power up our vehicles, and it will emit nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide, and few other pollutant gases. This will cause air pollutant in our environment. Secondly, acid raining. Burning fossil fuels emits sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, and it will rise into the atmosphere. The sky will rain down with water and acids. Now that we know two main causes of the global warming, now let's discuss about the last but certainly not least, which is increasing of greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? From the website www.environment.gov.au, greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the Earth's surface. It is beneficial for us at first, eventually a risk to our own survival. As based on a figure I'll show you, this is a total greenhouse gas emissions graph from 1990 until 2016 from the CAIT Climate Data Explorer. We can see that the graph showing an upward trend also, and at the year of 2016 it is almost 50 billion tons of total greenhouse gas emissions. It will definitely give a very big and bad impact to our Earth, to our planet. Now let's talk about the the effects or the impact of greenhouse effect from the website www.iberdola.com. First, rising of sea level. When the world is become warmer, the North Pole and the South Pole will begin to melting due to raising of temperature globally, and this will cause coastal cities around the world to flood. In Malaysia, such as Kelang, Langkawi, Pulau Tioman, and few others from the coastal area. Sandakan? Okay. Secondly, migration of species. Animals will begin to migrate from other places in order to survive. This is because of the rising temperature. They are not suitable for survival and living. Okay, I think we have reached the end of my speech. In summary, we have talked about deforestation, burning fossil fuels, and greenhouse effect. I hope with my speech, all of you are well informed about the causes of global warming that could harm the human and wildlife civilization. Although I only mentioned the biggest and worst causes of global warming, it is not just it. There are many more other ways we have been contributing towards global warming. So we need to take action and responsibilities by not just saving but preserving the earth resources. Just like a quote from Ronald Reagan, preservation of our environment is not a liberal or conservative challenge, it's a common sense. So let's do our part in saving our planet, the Earth. Thank you.